William, you have a lot of songs in all. You wrote a lot of songs in all of your plays. Why do you do that?
For interlude and for accent. Sometimes music is required for emphasis, that through vibration in a purer and uninhibited form, not truncated through syllable or a labial clip, you can achieve more through musicality. Music can tame savage beasts. It can rouse the animal within man. I consider music to be like a bullet to the heart, like a dart straight to the core of emotion. You can reach things through music more efficiently, and even at the fall of the Tower of Babel, had you scored it, you could communicate it to all people. Before we were dispersed into 5,000 disparate, distinct languages, musically, you can communicate to all. This is the significance of music, because it's not about separateness or distinction, but about unity. This is it's still language. It's just more primitive language, more universally applicable, a limitless lexicon accessible to all. A Rosetta Stone that can be clicked into place regardless of the nature of your particular tongue.
So in your Tempest, you have a body song by Stefano when he's singing about, actually, he literally is singing about sex when he's talking about Margaret and who he likes.
And about the clap and whatnot. Yes, it's a wonderful undulating shanty capturing the rhythms of the sea, and of course one speculates more on such matters when on a Gallian island surrounded by men these matters become more prevalent and prominent. The untended erection is a hotline to the brain.
And what about the song "Oh Mistress Mine," which actually the filmmakers lifted from one of your other plays, Twelfth Night, and put it into the mouth of the young Prince Ferdinand?
Perfect. Precisely that "Oh Mistress Mine" was a perfect utensil to pop into that young man's perfect mouth. Lovely use, "Oh Mistress Mine," a beautiful way of elevating the romance, perfect reappropriation. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a jackdaw in such matters, of plucking some sparkling gem and placing it where it can better nestle to emphasise or accentuate the drama. Beautifully sexual, and timeless presentness in its rendering. The faint sound and resonance of the lute present in the score. I thought it was beautifully disguised the innuendo within the language. I suppose romance, in a manner, is merely a facility for sex. It's a more polite way of saying, "Would you mind fucking me?" There's nicer ways of saying it. Sometimes you can be direct, "Go on, gives a fuck." Or at other times you say, "Could we achieve some divine union? Could we ignore that we are separated, trapped in this prison of flesh, scaffold of bone, keeping us separate as puppets? Let's embed and wed and become one divine. Let us create life between us, a joyful dance under this firmament. Let the heavens sanction our unity. Be at one with me." Ultimately, the message is, "Can I fuck you, please? Gives a fuck."
But then that wouldn't work for this film because Prospero wouldn't allow them to. So
you'll get a lot more no's to gives a fuck than the more articulate version. You want to avoid no if you're asking that question. Sometimes through fame or glory or mental illness, you can quickly arrive at fuck me. Ultimately, the skilled poet of anatomy can ask that question with a gesture.
And about the score in general, the use of symphonic instruments with electric guitars, didgeridoos, hammer, glass harmonica. What about that with your language, the music and the language?
I think use all tools at your disposal. Be confined by nothing but possibility. There's enough restrictions. We're all going to die. We're all bonded to the earth by gravity. So let physics provide restrictions, but not ideology. Draw from where you will, from what you can, take what you want. Just convey the message. The message is all.